The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with Podcastic. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
What up, what up, what up?
Mama Nato.
9 a.m.
Hey, shout out to the Rise and Grind on the show and Podcastic. I refuse to be messy today. I changed over a whole new leaf.
I think that's beautiful. New beginnings.
It's only because for the good. Hey, Shizba!
Good morning, Shizba.
If your mic was only on, and it's number 6. Listen, at the end of the day, I would say this. I refuse to be messy because I refuse. I would no longer expect people to see the vision of mine or the other people. I'm just gonna move forward because I got like 4 phone calls this morning. Mm-hmm. Kind of incredible to me how God works with me.
Yes, God.
And I said, basically, God said, let the week fall off. You know what I mean?
You just gotta let it flow.
Yeah, but let God's flow. I'm not following the footsteps of no man.
You never should.
But most people do.
It's very important in 2026 to plug into your source. You know, we often do all the things and we want to read motivational books and all the things, which is perfectly fine. But plug into your source. Get you a good devotional. Get you something, because once you change your mind, I always say this, you can change your life. Ooh. And if you get,
Hold on. I'm sorry, Cam. Say that one more time.
if you change your mind, you can change your life.
Good morning, Cal.
So
Are we going to church this morning?
all the things
Good morning, Cal.
Yes. All the things that you feed yourself is what you're going to believe, because anytime what you want and your faith, your belief line up together, your heart has to be in what you're doing. If your heart is in what you're doing and you believe and you are pressing and moving forward and your faith lines up with your actions, anything is obtainable.
Yes. Yeah.
And you will get it done. So I say this to you, my brother.
My brother.
God don't make no mistakes. He'll
Never.
put the right people in your life, and everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen,
Yes.
when it's supposed to happen,
Yes.
because that's the way God works.
Most
He
definitely.
will send you everything that you need, but first you got to turn to Him, and you got to say, Daddy, and Daddy, you talking about Daddy, I love him. Daddy does love you, and He will take care of you, but He's not only your father, He's your friend, He's your comforter, He's your guider, He's everything. So when we realize that God is everything, and we look to Him for everything, the person who is everything, who holds everything, who can give you everything, then plug into your source, and
Girl,
everything is gonna be Gucci, man.
Girl, you act
Okay.
like you know everything.
Cal, you heard this.
I don't-
Cal, you heard what she said.
I don't know everything, but I know who does know everything.
I know that's what they call me. Listen,
Good morning, Miss Lane.
I do not know everything. I'm just joking. Hi, Miss Lane. How you?
Look, we all like Miss Lane. She, hey, Cam.
Hey, look.
I know.
Oh,
She's
she
so
know
sweet.
you?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh.
That's my girl.
I don't think she would have seen.
That's my family. I love her. I love her family. I could say Jennifer Lane is one of the most. She like you, Miles, in a lot of ways. When I say that, she will help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to her, she's gonna give you advice. She's gonna mentor you and give you, try to help you out. And she has a beautiful heart, and I appreciate her.
That's what's up. Listen, today's gonna be a great day. The sun is shining. It's still cold as hell, but we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling. Today, I would like to mention,
This
like I said,
is the day.
I got 4 phone calls this morning.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them was great partnerships. And we will be announcing the partnerships within the next 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So watch out for 2 things. Watch out for the new commercials of the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yes.
And this week also, starting Friday, watch out for the new billboards again. We're doing the whole new billboard run. Watch out for our links on Fox 2 News as well.
Okay, that's
So-
what's up.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
It's about to go down.
And thank y'all for fueling my fire. I needed it. I really did. Without fires, you have no extinguisher, and I need it. And we are the extinguisher.
But you know what? We got to encourage ourselves, but we got to encourage each other. So it's very important to surround yourself with people who are going to encourage your soul, your mind, your spirit, and surround yourself with people who feed into your vision. Because a lot of times people don't feed into your vision, and that's why people fall away when you're doing things, and we get discouraged and be like, oh my God, why did this person fall away, or why did that happen? Because they weren't supposed to be there in the first place, or they were supposed to be there for a season to fulfill their purpose for what needed to be done at that time. But God don't make no mistakes.
I totally agree with you. The things that been, like I said, the past 72 hours been something to deal with, and I thank God for every second and every moment. And
for every mountain,
yes,
you brought me over.
He brought me over. Kirk Franklin and Spirilla Johnson.
No, it wasn't no Kirk Franklin. That's an old song.
Yeah.
That's an old Jesus.
Actually, Kirk need to redo that record with Yolanda Adams. I've been said that. That'd been dope.
I just would like for it to be done in a way where it is truly glorifying God, and it doesn't have to be a headliner for me. It has to be somebody who got just somebody who wants to purely worship Him, because that's the song where you worship and you like, Lord, I'm thankful, and maybe Leandra could do it.
Leandra, yeah, because she's broken.
I'm just saying, because
she need to be a person need to be broken to sing that record, and she been broken, and she come from the gut.
And there's other
with
people
no
who got
shoes.
beautiful testimonies as well.
Oh, no.
God is working in us all.
All the time. So listen, I like to say shout out to Lauren Lewis for her 4th year anniversary at Podcasting. Thank you for the loyalty, and thank you for the consistency that you have brought other entrepreneurs. Consistency means everything. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your friend. Listen, she gave me an award that said Mastermind, right? I didn't deserve it, but God said receive it, and I received it. And I thank you, Lauren. I had a good 4 years straight. And all because I bullied her. Listen, Cam, let's go to the topic of the day.
Shanny, what's the topic of the day, girl?
I'll be right back.
We need Shanny voice on here.
I'll be right back. Is happiness a choice or a result? Ooh, you know what? Shannon be trying to live her. She be having questions in her own head that she put on the show.
I just wanted to see what y'all say.
Happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. It's a choice. You choose to be happy or you choose to be sad, just like you choose to be positive or you choose to be negative. So happiness is not, I used to think that happiness was something that somebody could give to you, something that you deserve. It was like a reward, but happiness is not that. Happiness is you. And if you're not happy or you can't find something to be happy about, then you need to kind of reevaluate some things, because I think happiness is not about happiness, it's about an attitude of gratitude.
And that can make you happy. I can see that.
What are you thankful for?
When we start to be appreciative and we start to be thankful, it do put you in that more cheerful of mindset, because you start to not look at what you don't have or the lack thereof and start being happy for you, you know, having that experience or that opportunity, even for the little things. So
I was speaking with my girlfriend yesterday. We hadn't chopped it up in a while. And so a year ago, I've been on missions trips, but she had been on a missions trip, but we never really talked about it. And so she was saying that she had sponsored a child through an organization, and she had an opportunity to meet the child that she had sponsored. And she was saying how fulfilled she was. But I think that everyone, if they can, should send instead of sending your kids to all these beautiful, luxurious places, you need to send your child on a missions trip. A missions trip where they're building something, because if everybody need to go on a missions trip, not just children. If you saw how impoverished people were, as far as people not having running water, them having to go to a well to get water to flush the toilet, or have outhouses, who have concrete floors, not concrete or dirt floors. And they are the happiest people. They are so full of love and gratitude. They're
doing more with less.
Excited over a piece of candy. And we over here, we have access to everything, and we are so ungrateful.
For sure. I get that same feeling when you were saying about your friend, I think it was. I adopted, me and my mom, we always adopt a family for Christmas. And prior to COVID, we used to be able to be in all one space where you can see the people that you actually bought gifts and stuff for, and to see their faces for a coat or, you know, pajamas and things like that. Like, you are expecting them to be happy about toys or things like that because they're kids. But to see, you know,
that you met their needs.
Yeah, how privileged that you are. It does give you that sense of happiness and gratitude. So it's a choice, because we don't have to do it. It's not anything that we're made to do. It's something that's put on our heart to do. And I think that anything that's put on your heart to do, you'll get that happiness and that joy from it.
Yeah, because like my mother and I used to do medical missions before COVID. We haven't gone in recent years, but we have to spend $3,000 to go serve.
Wow.
You know, we didn't go there to do anything. We paid to go serve, to be able to help the people and give them the medical things that they needed. We would take them clothes. We would, feed them while we were there. We would go to church with them while we were there. And it's just like, to see what they go through is a lot, but it's so much that we can do right here in our own backyard.
For sure.
And so we can partner with companies like DTE and different organizations who can help people here, because people here have the same needs. We take for granted that we are blessed to be in this country, and that's why you have so many people running over here trying to come to America, because their countries are garbage.
Yeah, me and my cousin were just talking about that yesterday.
I didn't mean to say garbage, but they're different.
And not to cut you off, but it triggered me when you, not in a bad way, but when you just said that, because we were talking, think about having to leave your family, right? And to flee from a place where you called home to try to go somewhere else. That means, like you said, it must be really bad. A lot of stuff may be going on over there where they feel like they just have to completely uproot and leave. So it's interesting that we think that we're living bad or we're going through things, but people are well worse off. So
I think that also with happiness, people equate happiness with things. Hi, Dice. Hey, baby.
Good morning, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Good morning, Ms. Lauren. Congratulations.
Good morning, family. Good morning, Ms. Lauren. Congratulations.
Yes, 4 years holding it down.
Yes. So yeah, we equate happiness with things. Things cannot bring you happiness. They can for a little while, but then after the newness wears off. Just like I was talking to someone yesterday, and the American dream is to have a $500,000 house, and they sold us, you got to drive this car, you got to have this house, da 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 da. But if you listen to a lot of older people, if you listen to a lot of older people, it's called live below your means. So back in the day, they would have the opportunity, they would pay their houses off because they could afford to pay their houses off. Now you can't really pay your house off because of all the interest rates and all the stuff. But the thing is, live below your means. And if you live below your means, it's not saying that you have to live in poverty. It's just saying that maybe I don't need to go get a $5,000 coat. Let me put that money towards some other things. Let me make better choices. So I just think that as we grow and we make better choices financially, that we will find happiness. I find happiness and joy helping other people.
Yes.
Praise Him.
Yeah. So where do you find your happiness at, Miles?
Creation. God said, let there be light. And then people think, they say God was trying to say, let there be light, like, shine a light. Let your mind be open. Let wisdom come in. And most people don't get in.
You sound like you've been in intercessory prayer with that.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, people think God was talking about physical light, and it wasn't.
He was but even a light at the end of the tunnel,
there is no end to it.
When he said light, he didn't just mean he didn't just mean physical light. He meant enlightenment in your brain, enlightenment in life, your spirit. Yeah, because your spirit is everything. Nobody, everybody can have their own opinion about God, but one thing I do know for sure, you do have a spirit. Because if you're looking at me, you're looking outside of your body. If you look down and you see your hands, you looking at your hands. You are inside of your body. You do have a spirit. So we have to stop playing that game, talking about we ain't got no spirit and there ain't no God and all the things.
Well, so first of all,
but you are. Go ahead.
We are born into ignorance, and biblically it said that we are born into ignorance.
They make us ignorant with the lies.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, beautiful auntie. Hey. Oh, you got your family calling in today.
Hey.
They was on the prayer line last night.
No, I love my nephew Brian. He is a master barber, and he is so wonderful. I love him because he is a wonderful young man. He takes care of his family.
How about the lineups? Can he do the beards like razor sharp beards?
He can line you up. He'll get you right.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Don't play. He gonna call you little nephew. Okay.
So what I learned about happiness was the creation. And my light is based on creation. This is not a bragging thing. When I did my IQ testing and stuff, I tested rather good.
0.
No, it was 1.
Sorry, I had to. Sorry, I'm just joking. He's one of the most intelligent people I know. Seriously.
Thank you.
It was a great opportunity.
Thank you. That was a great opportunity to blaze.
I was practicing my comedy.
I did 4, which I should have did. Listen, I did 4 tests, and I came out on the average of 162. And I said I've been trying to hide my intelligence by saying ignorant words, because sometimes that's the only way niggas can hear you.
No, sometimes I'm gonna say this to you, Maya.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Yeah, say what you saying.
Lauryn Hill said it the best. I said the word motherfucker so you ignorant niggas can hear me, and I used to do it a lot, and I never even praised God in public till about I met my pastor, who I call my pastor, Dr. Leon. I'm about to say Crawford, Dr. Leon Crawford. When he was able to when he was able to express biblically what I've been trying to say physically, and when he let me know that he understood, and I would go to church and he'd be saying words, and he said, "Let me tell you," he'd say, "Somebody put something in my brain that in my mind that I need to say it like this," because sometimes the word through man of Christianity, they say it to where people who are already in praise can get it, right? Everybody who praise God don't be in praise at all times.
You have to. In other words, you have to break the word down,
right?
And you have to say it in a way that everybody can understand it. So you have to say it in different ways. You're saying the same thing,
right,
but you're just saying it in a way that you have to break it down, not on levels, because levels is not the right word.
It's like a derogatory.
Because I'm not trying to say, because everybody's understanding is different, so you have to break it down into a way that people will understand. Like you said, some people only understand and what some people understand.
Right. So So when going into that, I noticed that Lauren is on. Lauren, I'm not gonna lie, Lauren, Nate, and it's about 4 or 5 people I can talk to, and they can understand exactly what I mean without taking offense to it. Even if I said the word stupid, even if I said the word nincompoop, and it actually breaks down the severity of what I'm speaking on, and they get it. And I've learned that when I start speaking in God terms, people were judging me on my past. You know what I mean? They're like, "How Mr. Freaky gonna talk about God?" Easy, because I learned.
But the other thing is, that's the thing that I love about God. God does not judge you by your past
at all. God
knows who you are, and it's a lot of times that people want to judge us by our past and by the things that we're doing. But it is true that God is the only one that knows your heart. He knows exactly who you are, and I'm so thankful for that, because people will put you up when you're up, put you down when you're down, and stump on you when you down. But because everybody loves a winner, but God, he's with you through it all, and he gonna hold your hand, definitely. And he no matter what, he's going to love you. But we have to stop saying no matter what I do, he's gonna love me. He will love you, but God does not hate the sinner. He hates the sin. Yeah. So God will not love your actions if you're doing things that are wrong, but he will always love you, because he is hoping that you will correct your behavior and, get things together and get it right. But I think, Miles, for you, sometimes you have to talk to people who speak your language. So what you're saying, I've heard you say, is that you talk to people who understand you and speak your language.
Yes.
Sometimes people want to be combative. What I found with you is that you tell people the truth. You don't always say it the way people want to hear it.
Very true.
But I have learned, because I couldn't stand you at first. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what is wrong with him? But as I just got, something in me was just like, he's okay. Just sit back. So when I started listening to what you were saying outside of the crazy stuff that you say, then I was like, he's not a dummy after all.
Right.
He really is smart.
Well,
so sometimes we have to have teachable spirits, and we have to, it's not what you say, it's the way that you say it. And sometimes, like my mama said, you got to chew up the hay and spit out the sticks. Ooh. You'll say a lot of wisdom and say a lot of smart things, but then you'll deflect and joke because, you trying to, I don't know why you do that, but he does a lot of deflecting because he's trying to, I think you're trying to protect yourself.
No, I'm trying to protect other people because their feelings be so caught up in what they do. And when
I think you're trying to protect yourself too.
No, I did that. Saying. If you're dealing with relationships, I would agree with you. But if you're talking about day to day,
you see me, Shannon?
You won't be doing that. Listen, so the whole thing is, if you're talking about like female companionship, yes, I do deflect a whole lot for me. But when it comes to other people be so caught up in their feelings. And then I used to hear this, you think you know so much. My whole thing was quit asking me shit. So because if you come to me and ask me
and I tell you,
and then you say, no, that don't sound right. That's cool.
So basically, everyone, please don't come to Miles and ask him anything unless you have a teachable spirit, because people have to have a teachable spirit in order for them to be able to receive. Hello, caller, how you doing? Who is it?
What up, though, fam?
Oh, that's Red Fox. What up, though, Red?
Hey, what up, though? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what the hell is going on M59, but it is police all the way from the start of it to the end of it.
Damn.
It is accidents on both sides. This is crazy. Because I'm going 70 with no problems. I don't understand.
Well, Lord, I just pray that whatever's going on, if it's an accident, an incident, or whatever it is, that them people will be okay.
What is M59?
Because it has to be something. M59 is like the way. It's the road off of 8 Mile. Like if you go down Grand River and you go towards Farmington, it's M59.
Okay.
So you can go to M59.
So we'll
to go to NoCal.
Jay, if you're riding at 70 miles, have you ever thought you might be part of the problem?
That's the speed limit.
Right. Literally had to bypass all those people because I don't know what they doing out here. But
I'm glad that you're safe.
Yeah, like, you know what? Let me call and get my testimony because
testify.
Please, God, let me make it to where I'm trying to make it to. I don't know what's going on, but let me make it. So is happiness a choice or result? I think happiness is a choice. Mm-hmm. I don't think that you can have happiness results. I'm not understanding that part. I think happiness is a choice.
Well, I can say a happiness result when you take that cancer test and they come back negative. That's a happiness result right there.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're right. I get it.
You get the HIV test, come back negative. That's a happiness result.
It's a happy result.
Trust me.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You're right.
Also wanted to call in and just been on a journey, and I have now met some people that I can truly vibe with. I'm always gonna be myself no matter what. But I want to thank this gentleman that's on this show. From the moment that I heard his voice, something kept drawing me to this man, and I wasn't sure what it was, and I kept toying around with calling the show, coming up there, meeting him, and one day I finally said, you know what, we're going up there to meet him, and I am so thankful that I did. Miles, you really are something different, and I love that about you. I love your honesty. I love the way you talk. I love the way you give it. I love the way when some of these women get in their feelings that be on this show, how you just you understand that they in their feelings, because you should see your face when they get in their feelings. You should see your face, and I be just loving it. And I should be over here saying, Miles, get them grace. Give them grace. They in their feelings. They know not.
Right. They know not what they do.
Right.
They know not, baby. But the way that you want all of us to come up in our own way is just beautiful.
Thank you.
He does want everybody to win.
Yes, I don't care who else is not thankful for you, but I am.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For you. I am just... Like, yeah, it's bringing a tear to my eye. I'm really thankful for you. You have given a platform to people to be able to be themselves without any apology for it. And that's my nigga for life.
That's what's up. Thank you very much.
Hey, my nigga
you don't
for
get
life.
no bigger.
Thank you, Jay, so much.
That's all I called to say, man.
All right, then. Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome, you guys. I'm going to pay attention because now I'm going, because they're going too slow.
All right, you have a blessed day.
But when you're saying deflect, I do deflect when it comes to people emotions, because I don't want to hurt nobody feelings and or discourage. You know what I mean? Discouraging people can make people resent you, because the discouragement never is about me. It would be about them not completing what they said they was going to do.
But also, people have to stop living in a state of delusion where they don't want to accept the truth. When you talk to people, you tell them the truth. I mean, it may not feel good, but I don't know any other way to say it. I respect it because my father was like that. He was a straight shooter. If he said it, he gonna say whatever, and you be like, what, Daddy? And he'd be like, I'm just telling you what I'm telling you, because when you get out in the street, they gonna tell you like I'm telling you. So this is how it is. Yeah. So when you remind me of him in that way, you a straight shooter, and I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people in life. We have, men and women. And I'm gonna just say but we have been coddled. Ooh. People don't tell you the truth. People tiptoe around your feelings. Mm-hmm. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They want to be liked. They want to be accepted. So therefore, they won't tell you the truth. But at some point, somebody has to tell you the truth, because like my daddy used to say, if I don't tell you the truth, you're going to get out in the world and somebody going to kill you because I didn't tell you the truth. Very fact. So in this aspect, maybe somebody may not physically kill you, but they can kill you. They can kill your dreams. They can kill your hopes. They can kill your aspirations. They can kill parts of you because they're not feeding into you. So we have to start embracing people who tell us the truth in love. And even though it may hurt us in the moment, we need to go back and sit in it for a minute. Sometimes when somebody tell you something, you need to sit in it for a little while and think about what they're saying and come back to it. Sometimes just be quiet.
Well, I used to call it the doctor complex, right? Because when the doctor tell me my mother was dead, he didn't say so. He said, well, she's gone. And just, that was it. All he could do was turn away. Yeah. And I asked my auntie, I said, that's all he got to say? It was nothing else left.
There's nothing to say.
And so from that, I used to, when my mother died, it was a trip because I told you what I went through. And then a month later, I still felt the same way. 2 months later, I said, I was being ignorant. Because life is not based on what Miles wants or Miles needs. It's what I got to complete. And knowing that when people used to come up to me, hey, man, sorry about your mom, man. I couldn't even go through that, man, blah, blah, blah. So my friends didn't even know how to talk to me. You feel me? And then later I was like, Now here I go, weeks after that, I'm consulting them about other BS. And they're like, man, well, how can you just say that? I said, bro, you didn't wear no condom. You had a baby on the way. Now the next thing is what
it's called cause and effect.
Right.
Duh.
Right. But again, that was at the age of 17.
Yeah,
my mother died when I was 16, and she only died 3 days before my birthday.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm turning 17, so now my big homies are looking at me like, hey, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep doing my music stuff.
I believe that when people die, that they give you a piece of them when they leave. I believe that you get a certain amount of energy from them because we are all beings of energy. And I just believe that you get a piece of that. And I believe that when your mom passed, you got some of her energy. You got some of her fortitude, some of her energy. She was like power up, Miles, because you needed to.
That's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
Because trust me, the day she died, I told you I was pissed. But months later, I found myself taking care of 14 people older than me. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And then somebody said, my neighbor, who said, Pete, you're going in the wrong direction. You're having all these people at your mama's house. And I told him, I said, to be honest with you, Mr. Baker, it's not my mother's house no more, it's mine. Mm-hmm. I said, but I appreciate you warning me. And he said, now that's some good shit right there. You know what I mean? He said, I want to see you. I want to see you do your music stuff, but don't be a fool for nobody.
That's right. But see, that's when you said is happiness a choice or result? And the caller, I forgot her name. She said
Jay Sharice
was like result. She didn't understand that part. Happiness is a result of your decisions.
That's a good way to put it. Shout out and get a hand clap for that.
So
give it a hand
clap. Happiness is a result of your decisions. Happiness can only be a result of again, your mindset. If you choose to be happy, we live in a world where it's so much negativity, it's so much fear mongering. People always telling you what you can't do, and if you do this might go wrong. Well, if you do this might go wrong. Well, if I do this might go right. Because in life there are no failures. There are only life lessons. You know what I'm saying? You learn. We are all here to learn, and we need to stop thinking that we're going to arrive at a certain point, because on this journey called life, that's exactly what it is, a journey. So you can have a journey to happiness, which can be a result of, again, your choices, because you choose whether or not you're going to be happy. You choose to put yourself in situations and circumstances that will be either positive or negative. So choose to do something positive so you'll have a happy result.
Yeah, that's dope. There's a podcast I want to tell you all about. It was Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. It's the rapper, one of the rappers, Cujo from Goody Mob, lost his leg in a vehicle accident, auto accident, and he was talking about happiness without his leg, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't funny, but he was making godly references on what he had to go through. And I tell anybody, whenever you get through something, that's success, and whenever you exist with something that you know that would normally probably hurt you or kill you, is success. But the happiness part comes when you tell the testimonies of you living with that, but still being in existence and moving forward.
It's like accepting your new normal.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I like what Calvin said. Calvin said happiness is a choice. Happiness is fleeting. Moments of happiness exist. However, those who think of it as a constant state of being live in delusion. Baby.
Yeah, because that is the truth. There's a lot of people that don't have so it was a guy, he don't have his legs, but he got these strong ass arms, right? Mm-hmm. And he went to go hug a basketball player, and the basketball player lifted him up, right? He said, "Man, you are heavy." He said, "Probably more than you know." But they was talking, and he was talking about happiness by him living without his legs. He said, "You know how many women don't have no legs? You know how much I'm at advantage." You know, he was like, but he wasn't making a joke of it, but he was making existence. He was showing the existence of him living like the way he living and still being able to be happy.
I think it's people, and I'm gonna say this. I can't get with anybody making excuses for their life when it's people with no arms, no legs that paint pictures. They use their mouth to drive cars and blow in tubes. And if it's anything in life that you want to do, you can find a way to do it. You just have to find the proper channels to do it through. And now that we got Google, you can Google every damn thing and find the proper resources that you need to find. People need to stop being afraid of technology. They need to stop being afraid of AI. It is a tool to be utilized to help you in different scenarios and situations. And it's a good tool. So and utilize technology.
And it's a fun tool too. I just got into AI like yesterday, right? Like literally. Mm-hmm. And I learned how to use it. And then my boy called me like, "Dog, you did a mini movie already?" I was like,
yeah. Because that's what he wanted to do.
Because that's what, and not only
because he's a creator.
Yeah, because I'm creative and I have other skills. I have mastered a few and I use those in everything that I do. I don't never say I can't. If it's media, I can do it. I didn't understand AI because to me, it wasn't even cheating. It was just like, it's that simple.
Yeah, it's. I've started exploring that as well, and it's a very helpful tool. It's crazy. We got Terrence on here. He says, "Good morning. You can choose to be happy. Your surroundings can also drain your happiness." And he's happy no matter what the situation brings. That is very important that we do have to surround ourselves.
Damn, I'm black.
Not with vampires, but with people who are going to lift us up. The Bible says that you are supposed to edify and give grace to the hearer, and you are only supposed to speak positive things. And I believe that. You are supposed to speak positively to people, lift people up, and not try to tear people down. You can tell them the truth in love, but when you're telling people the truth in love, set it up. if their breath stank, be like,
Hit some
I'm not
gum.
trying to be funny, but
Hit some gum.
here's a toothbrush. Or
Damn.
I mean, no, seriously, you have to, like set it up. Like, do you, talk to them personally. I believe, like, if you're trying to tell somebody something about themselves that it may not be whatever, talk to that person personally. Don't try to embarrass people.
Well, my boy
Because that's not fair.
My boy tried to embarrass me this summer. Said, man, you a little musty, bro, in front of everybody. I said, oh, I don't wear deodorant. Thank you for telling me. And I went to my car, got my little lemon, my dude wipes, wipe the front of my eyes and put my lemon on. And so from that day, though, I didn't have to wear deodorant. It takes me, I probably put on real deodorant maybe 2 times a year.
But why would he tell you that in front of everybody?
Because being a smart ass. But then the women was like, I did that because I got boils up under my arms now. I stopped wearing that stuff because I started getting a raw up under my arms from wearing deodorant. Then my cousin was like, man, hell, all of us are allergic to aluminum. You need to go here where they got natural. I said, I dig that deodorant. It's still man-made, but God made these lemons. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they said you can use lemons and lime for underarm for deodorant. And
you can use baby powder too.
Yeah, I don't use baby because it got chemicals in it.
I use baby powder and I ain't got chemicals in it.
Yeah,
it's perfectly fine.
But your melanin is a little bit different from mine.
Just because you a little bit more sun-kissed don't mean I don't have no melanin. So stop it.
You definitely
you
got
see
melanin.
this pug nose.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
Oh, you said nose. I'm sorry. I heard wrong. Listen,
You're so stupid.
The truth is, I have learned that all our skins are different and different stuff react to different things. Mm-hmm. Now, baking soda is definitely one of those things. Mm-hmm. To where you can use. I just choose not to use that because when I go to the gym, and if I go to the gym and I got a harsh workout, I definitely put a lemon I just do the lemon thing. And when I use the lemon, I can still wash. I can still wash it for a whole week and a half. And the lemon scent's still up under my eyes, no matter what soap I use or whatever. So that's only because God created these things. And aloe vera is another thing, but before God made aloe vera, of course, he made cactus, right? The same thing that's in the middle of aloe vera is in a cactus. And cactus is very important for body. What up, though? Hold on. Shout out to my guy Eddie Reese. He was the founding father of Strictly Ghetto.
All right, Strictly Ghetto.
And so he's one of the first male dancers and stuff who did not take off his clothes.
I never could get into male dancers. It was just weird to me. They'd be looking at you like. I'd be like, oh my God, that is so weird. But I did love when they used to be breaking down. They'd be like, when they be dancing for real, I'd be like, oh, okay. But I just didn't like that.
Them was my dancers, right? So the dedication that Eddie and Larry had, I'm not gonna lie, or loyalty that they had towards me was incredible. When we did the show with Tupac, right? We nobody could ride with us in the limo. Their ass caught the bus down there. And they made sure they got there. That was so dope to me.
That was dope.
And to live up and to have to live up to the standards that when I say my dancers, whoever I had dancing in my group, they was always top tier. Mm-hmm. And people were like, oh no, we AK-47 was my first dancers, and they tore down every spot that we did. And so Eddie, Larry, and Quan and them, they took over as Strictly Ghetto, and they did their goddamn thing.
So what is Strictly Ghetto? Explain.
They one of the first male dancers to dance with their clothes on.
Their clothes on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like street clothes.
Oh, okay.
Like jeans and stuff.
I would have liked that. Because, see, I really wasn't into all that. Because I remember...
Put your number up so Eddie, you could call.
Yeah, I remember years. It was this girl. I worked with her. I was about in my early 20s or 19 or something, and she was in love with this male dancer, and she'd be buying him TVs. And you remember how they had those big cards? Mm-hmm. She would take it and put $20 all around, and then just sign her name at the bottom. She like, I'm taking it. She be at work taping them on there, and I'm like, she crazy as hell.
Shout out to Eddie and them. When I first went over their house, I call it the frat house. These niggas had gym shoes and mink furs and all that piled up to
them. Women was crazy over these men.
But here's one thing I learned, and this is what I've been trying to tell them for years, and hopefully we'll be able to do it real soon. We need to really highlight the mindset of both the dancers and the people who patronize them, because it's something different, and it's a dedication most people can't even get in their own homes. And it's crazy to where these things, if with the right mindset behind them, they can go way further. Shout out to TikTok, my God, TikTok.
Yeah, especially it's crazy like how
so
it just goes to show that if people come together and they focus on certain things, whatever it is, that they can get things done. Because these women was focused on these men and giving them all this money, where they could have took that money and focused on some other things and made some other things happen. And the men were so caught up in, you know, getting what they getting, you know. So yeah, it just go to show that the mindset was, you know, if they were focused on that thing and they made that thing pop. But just like with a gambler, they spend all that money and then they figure out how to get the money. You know what I'm saying? And you just be like, if you can manipulate and know how to work the system to get this money to gamble, I wish you would show me how to manipulate and work the system so I can use that superpower instead of for evil, but for good.
Well, look, how about this? It's crazy. I'm glad you brought that up. It's never about. It's the choices that people will make, right?
Yeah.
I used to help sell drugs, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, and somebody said, "Man, you willing to go to jail for 10 rocks and this that no heavier than right? Mm-hmm. It's $100 worth of rocks." And I said, "No." He said, "Man, you could sell 10 T-shirts and make more money than 1,000. So every 100 rocks you sell, you only get $100 off of." Mm. Right, so they only getting 10%. Some people hook they people over 15%, and
somebody forgot to turn their phone off.
No, but
I'm just messing.
No, don't let that ride. And so my guy changed my life of T-shirts. Mm-hmm. He said, if you sell 10 T-shirts, right, at $20. You only coming off of $50, and you making $150 profit. Mm-hmm. So I came up with the idea to do the shirt called Cream. That means Christ rules everything around me. And so when I did it, I was selling shirts left and right. I started with 5 shirts.
We're about to revamp that. Don't steal it.
No, it's still in progress. It's on the website right now. Shout out to Emmy with Calvin T, man.
I ain't seen the website, but go ahead.
So with that, I learned I was selling like 25, 30 shirts a day. You know what I mean? So I'm making $560 a day off of those T-shirts. I'm not going to jail.
Right.
I'm not sacrificing
and
my
so you don't have to say
freedom.
My mama sell crack rock.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that the happiness started coming because I was putting out a good message and people was receiving it.
And that's what I think too. You cannot outgive God given, and you cannot fail giving glory to God. It may not be the popular thing to some people or whatever, but at the end of the day, when somebody gets sick, they calling on them. Yeah. When somebody get in trouble, they gonna call on them. Whatever happens in life, you gonna call on them.
All these
so
tough ass atheists, they get shot. Oh God!
Help me, Jesus! Don't let me die. If there is a God, ain't no if.
There is a God.
Because we all got to go that way.
That sits up high and look down low. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was one of the most talented comedians.
I love Eddie Murphy's documentary. If you have not seen it, please see it.
And you know why I like Eddie Murphy? You know why I really like Eddie Murphy? He ain't get them big ass white teeth in his mouth.
You ain't lying. He kept that gap.
He kept that gap in the fucked up bottom row.
It's okay though.
Yeah, it's okay.
I love the fact that Eddie loved himself. He didn't try to make his nose skinny. He kept that little bell pepper that he got.
Yeah.
And he rocked it out. He let people love him for who he is, and I love that. And I also love that he was a family man.
Yes.
Because when they show his documentary, he made sure he had a beautiful home big enough for all his kids and they kids and they kids. It's a place where everybody can come, and I love that.
The roof is convertible.
Right. He got a convertible roof
on his house.
A convertible roof.
So is happiness a choice or result? I would definitely say it's a choice, or it can be a result of your actions, as Cam stated. And also, your results could become back bad too.
And I'm going to say this, and I just want to put this out here for people. A lot of people who are millionaires and have a lot of money, they don't spend their money.
No.
They live very normal lives.
Very meek.
They keep their money in the bank, and they don't spend it. But if it's time, that's how you keep generational wealth. If you got $500,000 and you go buy a $500,000 house, you can't get no generational wealth. But if you get $500,000 and you living in a 1,200 square foot home, but it's big enough for you and your family and it's paid for, then you can keep your money in the bank. Stop trying to go out here and buy bigger things and better things. And I want to buy a compound. One thing I've loved when I was a kid.
Thank you, Shizba. She says a choice.
Everybody would come from out of town and we would stay at my mother's house. And people would be in the living room, they'd be in the dining room, they'd be in the basement. And it was just a house full of love. And everybody would cook in the morning and have a good time. And back then, we didn't believe in hotels, and we would be like, hey, you got some covers? And we just loved each other. And I miss that. I really do.
Yeah.
We need to get back to the family.
Yeah. And the reason why we got to get back to family, because it's very important. Family is important when it comes down to everything.
And that will make you happy, too.
Shout out to everybody who's been watching Podcasting for as long as we have. Shout out to Q and my man Glenn Cannon for keeping their name the same when I did change mine, because there was internet radio first, but then podcasting came the thing. So we decided to push forward from WGOD to Podcastic, which also that studios now is called Godcastic. You would start seeing things coming from there the end of this month. And we want to invite people to come along if you got any type of pastoral events or programming to come aboard. If you got
come to Godcasting, come up here and see Miles if you want to start a positive, I don't want to say religious, I want to say inspirational podcast where you are glorifying God, or you have some other things that you want to teach people and get people to have a better relationship with God and just be loving. Go to Godcasting. Come on aboard. We would love to have you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Beside another studio is right down the street from the one we have right now. Calvin said Eddie Murphy had to live humbly before the dream home came for sure. Crawling before walking is something a lot of people skip by.
Yeah, because he's been through a lot. I love the fact too that he didn't try to dog his ex-wife, because a lot of times people be like, ugh, and he didn't do that. He just, what it was. You never really heard about what it was. They kept it in pocket and kept it moving. I respect him as a man.
Shout out to Nicole.
That.
Nicole was one of the first women that I met that Eddie Murphy knew. I met her at Tommy Hearn's house a long time ago. Eddie Murphy and them I think Eddie Murphy came there for a minute, and when I got there, they were gone. But the life that I have lived and the people that I've met have taught me a lot too. So you're right. I would not be where I'm at if my mother would have died. Would she died? I would not be where I'm at if I was not coachable, driven and coachable. Mm-hmm. I was driven to prove people that everybody from Puritan didn't have to be gangster. That everybody from Puritan didn't have to be a thug. That everybody from Puritan didn't
have to slang them rocks.
Well, right. But shout out to PA. PA was probably one of the most conservative groups of people, as far as even being in the streets. They at least bought their block. But
I just want to say this about people who have people who have sold drugs in the past. They didn't want to do that. They did what they had to do to survive, because there was no socio-economic way. They didn't know another way in order to survive, in order to get money. So they used the tool that they knew to use. A lot of times people look down on people, be like, oh, they just wanted to be a drug dealer and all the things. No, they're not. Because at the end of the day, being the angel advocate, if they didn't get it from Puritan, they would have got it from somewhere else. So it's all about supply and demand. And I wish people would stop giving people who did things that were wrong in the past a bad name, because a lot of these were young men who were not taught, who came from single homes with single mothers, who couldn't afford to do different things, and they were honestly just trying to be the man of the house and really help out their mothers and make sure that they had what they needed. It may have been the wrong way to go about it, but they were trying to survive, and they did the best they could with what they knew how.
Yeah, I give shout out to definitely credit for those people what you're speaking on, and I like to discredit for people who just did it just to do it, to follow the Joneses or keep up with the Joneses.
But some people did it to survive.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. For the people who decide, I have nothing against that.
And then when you think about it, a lot of people who did sell drugs, they gave back to their communities. They made sure that people had things. They made sure, you hear the stories about people, somebody mama needed an operation and all the things. The people that were into that lifestyle were not bad people. They just made a choice and they did what they did, and Godspeed.
Yes. Is happiness a choice or result? I would choose happiness every time.
Yeah.
I like the guy who was speaking of Coach Webb, who was on Vaquita's show yesterday, Creative Emotions. Mm-hmm. He was speaking on relationships between man and woman. Mm-hmm. It's like dating with a purpose was the topic, and he was basically saying that women and men, of course, are different. However, whatever's in the man, it's best that it comes out, because the man who keeps things in is the man who's going to be unstable emotionally, physically, spiritually. And women always put out there what's in them because they have to say it. They're just natural people.
Not
like that.
Necessarily.
Not all the time, but a woman. Let's put it like this:
women,
when a woman is pregnant, she can't help but to say she's pregnant.
Well, of course, because eventually...
But that's what I'm saying. If a man has anything, he always keep that stuff inside. Even when I was here with my with my bout of cancer, I kept it a secret. The only people who knew at that time was people who I had physical business with, right? Because I'm going to pray for you. I don't want everybody praying for me.
Everybody can't pray for you, and that's why sometimes you have to keep a lot of things close to your breast, which means keep it to yourself and pray. And you find people in your life that love you. It is such a powerful thing. You got to surround yourself with people who really do love you.
Yeah.
Because when everybody want to pray for you. Everybody can't pray for me. Everybody can't stand in the gap for me. But I know who I can go to that I can get them to stand in the gap and pray for me. But Calvin Deal said that the issue comes when say it from the beginning when he said don't skip it. He was giving you credit. He said, Cam, that is true. Okay, Calvin Deal said, Cameron Kimball. That is true. When I was talking about the drug dealers, the issue comes when those who don't live that existence are written off as less than because they went the honest route. Yeah. That's an issue in the community, and it is. It's like people are mad at you because you wanted to change your life. That you used a situation to get out of a situation. And so happiness is your result because you changed your life and you went. You flipped the script.
Yeah. Shout out to Damon Dash. I never did this, but shout out to Damon Dash. He was one of those people who seen what Jay-Z was doing and what Biggs was doing, and he had the mindset to take them to another level because in every situation there has to be glue. Mm-hmm. And Damon Dash was that glue. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No matter how much out of a pocket he got shit done. And I give people like him credit because his happiness was making sure everything worked properly, right? Mm-hmm. And the results came when he acted an ass. And when he acted ass, it gave results of happiness.
I love the fact that Damon is true to himself.
Yes.
No matter what Jay-Z did, what he got, whatever, he kept it a buck. He told the truth. He may not, whatever. And I admire his character way more than I admire Jay's millions because my thing is, when I look at Damon, he did things the right way. He made sure that he took care of people. He is that guy that was more worried about the community than he was worried about himself. And he was, true to the people who were in his camp from the beginning. Whereas, Jay chose, to the business route to, shit on people and do what he had to do for himself.
Right.
Hallelujah.
Well, what I would just say is this: some people was made to make it, and some wasn't. When you care about a person more than they care about themselves, it can put you in bad predicaments.
And longevity comes more, I think, with community than you being selfish and just thinking about yourself. Not talking about him per se,
right.
But when you have, I would rather be loyal to a lot of people who, later on in life, just community is better than trying to be all by yourself. Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi. Can I speak to Emma?
You calling into a podcast, but why you at it? Is happiness a choice or result?
Oh, I see. I think I just got a wrong number.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
But you have a happy day as a result of calling the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Bye-bye. So that's why we don't answer everything. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, look. When we first started, right?
Yeah.
It's so many calls used to come through. I mean, so many calls, and it was hilarious. I'd be like, "Hello, hold on, clear your throat, Miles." I did. Me. Yeah. Anyway, so it's not my throat. It's just I've been on the phone. I was excited. I was praising God earlier. I got this phone call. And then I got a bullshit call. Then I got a good call. Then I got a bullshit call. So I was in the middle of yelling and praising God this morning. So that's my voice for it.
And you know what's funny? I told him that, and I didn't know that when he came in. I said, "You sound like you've been shining, Yes,
yeah, and
because it's just something. It's a certain sound that you get when you worship.
And I had to give it all.
Give it all.
I definitely gave it all.
Give myself away.
So,
all right, Calvin. I know it's true. Calvin said, Cameron Kimball, that's true, but he was referring to those who were never in that life, though. LOL, not the ones who left. Those who were never in that life are viewed as less masculine for whatever silly reason. I'm going to say this, Calvin. I always did like the square guy.
I ain't gonna lie.
Even though I did end up being with somebody, but I didn't do it because when I met my anyway, I ain't saying it, but I always liked the square guy. But sometimes the square guy was the one who was still doing other stuff, but you didn't know they was doing other stuff till it was too late and you was already in it. But hallelujah.
I'm not gonna lie, when it came down to it, I was a square of the square.
Ain't nothing wrong with it because I was a square too.
And listen, square men matters. Square men get more booty.
It wasn't about the booty.
It wasn't.
You always got to say something about some sex. Go back to the guide, Miles. Gone.
I'm going with listen. God already know how I am.
I know God know who you are.
So Yaya said, hold on. What did Yaya say?
She said she loved her nerd.
And so I was a super nerd. And
he ain't a nerd no more, y'all. Don't fall into it. It's like I'm just playing.
I read 2 books this week. Shout out to everybody who reading 2 books in a week. Damn.
Shout out to anybody who read. We ain't gonna try to make it you gotta read 2-3 books. Just read. Reading is fundamental.
Don't you shake your head, Shannon?
Because you doing too much.
Shannon like,
I read 2 books a week. When he say 2 books a week, they got 3 pages each. So I'm just playing.
What's that? Okay, the hell with y'all. I didn't say I read 2 books a week.
With pictures.
I did not say 2 books a week. I read 2 books this past week. I did. I didn't even read 1 yet this week, so I'm good. But I would tell you.
Again, some things are for personal growth. You don't need to. But anyway, Yamin said that's what's up. Guess what's up? Woo, Miles. Kudos from Yamin.
Yes. Give me a good head rub. Thank you, Miles. No, but no, seriously, I just think when it comes down to your the happiness, it has to come from within first too.
Yes.
It don't have to come from the outside. I never received outside happiness until I see my podcasting family. Insane.
He's so extra.
So my podcasting family has shown that happiness does exist, and everybody have their individual journey. I'm just happy that they chose a journey with me, and because it's important. Loyalty is important, but a lot of things. Everybody might be here for a minute. You know what I mean? And that's cool with me. You know what I mean? But like I told my friend who did his own graphic company, I said to him face to face, he was all happy, smiling in my face. I said, ain't it incredible every time you cut on the computer, you have to think of me? he was like this. He was like, that's true. Yeah. I said, so just because someone leave your presence or leave your organization, they still got to think of you every step of the way.
Yes. And Yamin said, happiness is a choice, and your happiness all depends on you. No one can create your happiness. And you are so right. Yeah.
You're so true. And thanks to Will Smith. I think Will Smith was the first person in this.
Will Smith who?
Will Smith, the actor.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
In this lineage of people of generational music, TV and film who came out and said that and made people understand, men and women, like, damn, he right. No one can make me happy. I have to make myself happy first.
And people have that's why counseling is important. People often look at these movie stars and their lives and they try to live up to that, but a lot of that is nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, because they're human.
You know what I'm saying? No, they have like, oh, look at my house and all that. Some of that stuff is rental property. You don't know what they really have. They might live in an apartment somewhere. You don't know where they live. Stop trying to be like the Joneses and be whoever you are. Live within your means. Just like, people go to these concerts. We were talking about that yesterday, how people get all dressed up when they going out. But then when you go to their house, they don't have no furniture.
No furniture. They
don't have no
their bedroom is shot to shit.
Right. You don't have a bed. Stop spending money on stuff that you don't, for show for everybody else.
They got a box.
When you need to sustain your life,
they got a bed.
Get what you need.
They got a bed, but no box spring.
Air mattress.
Hey, look,
they got a box spring.
Shout out to my friend Nicole who gave me an air mattress when I first moved into my house. She said, "Here, my house." I was like, "Thank you so much," because I was tired of sleeping on that floor.
I ain't know. Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
I love her because
she didn't give me no food yesterday though. I was hungry as hell. Shanny, you listen to this? I was sitting up hungry. I texted her. I said, "Listen, you coming? I'm in the meeting right now." I said, "I don't care if it's I want Navarro. I want the fruit salad, right? Or Wendy's." So it's
You ain't called me because I made meatloaf yesterday. You could have had a plate, but.
So now I know every Wednesday Cam is bringing me a plate. She said it.
I ain't say that. I said I cooked yesterday.
Yeah, well, we cook.
I cooked meatloaf or ground potatoes and a fresh salad, and I also baked a chocolate cake.
All right, y'all, we about to start right now. We about to go to Cam's house. We'll talk to y'all later. Tomorrow, the Rise and Grind more. No, I'm just joking.
Rise and Grind.
So Cam, seriously. So
yes.
We spoke. What's that thing to make you happy?
What makes me happy?
Yeah. Could you ask me the question? I ain't never get to ask you.
What makes me happy, this is going to sound corny, but what makes me happy is making other people happy.
Oh, no, that's not corny. That was my first.
Yeah.
When I turned 40. When I turned 40.
Making other people happy and just loving the people in my life. I say love is sacrifice and happiness is sacrifice as well. And I say that because, right now my mother is older. And it makes me happy to do things for her. It makes me happy to cook for her. It makes me happy to take her. Because, like, say, for instance, I could have got the weekends off, but my brothers are off the weekends. So I chose to be off during the week because my mother is 84. She's used to a schedule.
Congratulations. Amen. Look at God.
Yes, she likes things a certain way. And so I want her to be happy. She's in her golden years. As long as I have her, it's a blessing. And my sister-in-law asked me the other day, she's like, what can I do to help you? And I'm saying this not to brag, but I'm going to say this. Me and my siblings. She was like, well, how do y'all? I said, we like a well-oiled machine. Whatever we did when we were kids, we still do it. My one brother, he come over, he shovel her snow. He make sure that's taken care of. One brother come over, he mop the floors. If I come over there and the dishes need to be done, I do the dishes. You do whatever needs to be done. We try to make taking care of our older people such a chore, but it's not a chore. It is such a joy, especially when you've had parents who have loved you all of their lives, who have taken care of you, who have done everything for you. But I say, at the age that I am now, for moving forward, because one day I will be her age, the best gift you can give your family is to make sure that you're financially secure. So when you get older, your children don't have the financial burden of having to take care of you, because that is a lot. I've talked to so many people where they're like, I got to pay my mama's light bill. I got to do this for my mama. So they're trying to pay their parents' bills and their bills too. So I say that to say, I thank God that my mother made good financial choices where I don't have to take care of her financially. The only thing I have to do is spend time with her, love her, and make sure that I can give her whatever she can get so her quality of life is good. So whatever that means for me to make her happy is my happiness, because I saw her do the things to make her mother happy. And so I think that as people, as we live our lives, everybody is looking at you and how you live your life, and they will treat you the way that you have treated other people. So I just think that you need to pay attention to how you're treating people, because everybody's watching.
That's dope.
So do the right thing.
So your family will be called T-Akan in the Ghana language, a blessed family, because in order for y'all to have that many siblings together and still with your mom, that's a blessing. Shizba says, yes, my mom is 90, so I revolved around her. She lives with me. That's what's up, Shizba.
Yeah. And whatever my mother needs is the burden is not a burden, but we all share responsibility with my mother, whatever that is. I mean, I'll go over there, and both of my brothers and their entire families is over my mama's house, so that's how we roll. But I'm gonna just say this: God bless my grandma. She went to heaven yesterday. She was 102 years old.
Oh, congratulations, Lord.
I'm not sad because she knew the Lord, and every time I would see her, she said, I love you and I'm praying for you and all of my grandchildren. So she's with the Lord now. She didn't suffer. She went to sleep. She didn't wake up. And God is good. And just, I love my family, and I'm just, we gonna be all right because we have a great foundation. And now grandma's in heaven to say more prayers for us to the Lord. And I just pray that all of us will get to know who God is. And that's my message to everybody. Get to know who God is, because nobody knows the day or the hour we're gonna leave this earth. And so I say that right here, right now on Podcastic. That's Glory to God. Get to know who God is for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself. Take the time to know that God is your friend. He is everything that you need. Anything that you can say that you want, He is. It says in the Bible, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So that means finances. It means education. It means anything you need, you can find it in God.
All the time.
Amen. So keep that message, and I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Did you ever ask your grandma?
Amen.
Did you ever ask your grandma what the first phone looked like?
I did not. But what I do know, I'm going to say this last thing about her. I know my grandmother was a woman of prayer. Okay. I remember going on vacation, and we out, and I'm like, where grandma at? Grandma was in her room reading her Bible at 1:00. She had a regimen. So I just thank God for that. That's my memory of her. She was praying, and she didn't say she was praying. She spent time with the Lord. So I just think it's important that we all do too.
The last time I met a person of age, he was 109, right? Mm-hmm. I said, so Papa, man, what was the first phone? He said, hell, I don't know. I don't remember. I said, really? He said, we didn't have no phone. He said, I don't remember nothing to coming up. Do I can remember to like 1940 when I was outside.
I think people, when they get older, they forget a lot. Because I'll ask my mom stuff, and she 84. She'd be like, I don't know. She'd be mad, like, I don't know what you asking. And I'd be like, okay, never mind.
You like, Mom, you was right there.
She'd be like, because at this stage of life, they're not thinking about that. It says, and I want to give some more information to people. Once an adult, twice a child. Yeah. So when your parents get maybe in about 70, they start forgetting stuff, and we look at them and we want them to be the same person that they were.
And they won't be.
And they're not. Yeah. So pay attention to what your parent is saying. Stop getting mad at them because they forget things. Stop being mad at them because they're short-tempered, or sometimes they get confused. It's okay. It's all a part of life. And one day you're going to be old too. So just love your people. Be sensitive to their feelings. If they get a little emotional, twice a child. They need to be loved. They need to be hugged on. People need to be touched.
Yeah.
Hug them. Talk to them. Cater. It is okay to cater to them. Yeah. And I don't care if they weren't the best parent in the world. People don't have to always be good to you for you to be good to them.
Hey, that's too damn loud.
You hear that? They ain't got to be good to you for you to be good to them. Do the right thing.
Always. I would like to say this: the twice a child, because you're gonna wear a diaper 2 times. But unfortunately, I know a couple women that wear diapers right now. Listen, we about to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I'm so glad nobody hear you because your mic ain't on.
That's right.
We about to get out of here. Thank you. Cam, I like having conversations like this, not just about bringing in God, but just bringing in the understanding that everybody has to understand God, and have a yearning for God. So that's what I want to spread out. It's not about being religious; it's about being stable. Okay, we're about to get out here. Thank you, Shanny Shan on the ones and twos. Bring us to you.
We're her beautiful self. Show everybody who we talking to, Shan. You gonna sit up there and you ain't come on air all day.
The camera, no, she was on camera. The camera gonna stop.
There she is, and you wasn't lying. She there. She right there with her pretty self.
She was the first black baby now. Listen, we about to get out of here.
She is a baby dog.
We about to get out of here. Thank y'all. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to have me and Britt in here. Rise and Grind Morning Show. Podcasting. We out. Peace.
Later.